So, what's the plan, Ola?
Just gonna say not freezer photo.
So this is us on National Cycle Route 72. We just had lunch in Whitehaven and stopped off at Tesco for some stuff. Now we're heading down towards the coast, I believe. You can probably hear the wind conditions. It is very, very windy. What would you say about the weather today so far, Orla?
I was going to say quite lucky. We missed the rain on the train. But
That was only like a small shower, but like
it's just been really windy.
the wind has been pretty insane.
Yeah.
We passed like several locals this morning and even they were like, oh my god, it's ridiculously windy.
I feel like I've been blown around on the bike like so.
Yeah. What about the, how do you find the weight so far?
It's not too bad, I think, whenever you're getting going.
Are you used to it now, do you think?
I know how it feels, I guess.
I think the thing for me is it kind of catches the wind, it acts like a big sail.
Yeah.
And it's like you're all over the place trying like to wrestle the wind, yeah. So it's now 5 o'clock on day one. We've been trying to decide between do we or do we not go to Cockermouth. What's the verdict, Orla? Where are we going?
We're not going to Cockermouth.
Oh. So we've decided to stay on National Cycle Route 72 rather than 71. It stays closer to the coast. It might be a bit further, but it's probably much nicer roads. Hence the decision to stay away from Cockermouth. Those variously sized dogs.
Yeah. I'm sure one of them really are one.
There's nothing here. Okay, so it's now 20 to 7. We've just checked the map and it says we have another an hour and 43 minutes to get to the campsite, according to Google. Although we've been going slower than that pretty much all day, so who knows when. Talk to the camera, Orla.
No.
Trail mix. So we are now 12 miles from the campsite. It is... what time is it? What time is it? 25 to 8. So what's that, another probably an hour. I'd say we'll probably arrive at about 9:30. This ETA keeps like slipping every time we look. Every time we look. It should still be light by the time we come to pitch our tent, so fingers crossed. We're down to the last 5 miles and we've been greeted by some sheep on the road. Watch out for the sheeps. Watch out for this one, you could do anything. Hiya. This is it, the final mile. Should have been only like 5 minutes away now. And it is 8:30, so not too bad. Still bright, as you can see. That was a long day in the saddle. Look at that sign, Monk Hill, we're here. Next left, and then I think that's the campsite. Here it is on the right. Oh god, what a long day.
Let's check to see if there's a...
Is this map? Okay, this is us on the road again, day 2, 10:15. My butt hurts already. How's yours?
Yeah.
So, first stop, Orla wants to go to somewhere called St. Mary's Church, but we have absolutely no idea where that is, so Orla's pointing profusely left. So we shall see. And then, if not there, I think Carlisle's probably the next major town along the way. Might stop off and look at some Roman sites to be seen. So, back on Route 72, and we'll check in soon. Here we are at Carlisle Castle. Give us a wave, Orla. It is now 5 to 11. I took us on a small detour to get here, but we have arrived. World War II Memorial. So we found this nice bench to sit at. Lovely view of
Me?
nothing particularly, apart from Orla. And now we'll see what is going to sustain us all of yesterday and for the next 2 days. Peanuts, raisins, and don't think there's any minstrels left in this one. There's one. And another bag. So we're going to share the love. So, 1 o'clock-ish on day 2. We just stopped for lunch at a place called Sally's Tea Room or something like that. Had a really good baguette. I had pulled pork, and what I had, what was yours, barbecue chicken? Yeah, really, really good. With some like fresh vegetables, which is a bit of a treat. And now we're on our way to, where is it? Where?
Trumpet.
Brampton.
Also the hills.
Also the hills, apparently. Yeah, today's going to be the big day in terms of climbing. I think in total it's something like 4,000 feet elevation change. Yeah, it's pretty much all day, yeah. So let's see how we get on. 4,000 feet of climbing, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Oh.
You say that, you mean me?
Yes, I said me. Orla is in her lowest gear and she's still mashing up these pedals. The camera does not do the gradient justice. I imagine it is worse than it looks. Good job. And this is the reward for the hill. Cheeky potholes to dodge along the way, why not? Progress is slow. So we're on the road again after finding somebody's phone, failing to get in touch with them directly, but managing to get in touch with some sisters. And we then arranged to meet the guy a couple of miles away from where we found the phone, and we stopped for a cheeky pint in a pub that wasn't actually open, but they opened specially for us. It felt a bit weird to start recording on the GoPro, so I didn't bother with that, but yeah. All in all, an interesting afternoon. And now we're back on the road. How far have we got to go, Orla?
9 miles.
We're probably only 9 miles away from where we intend to stop tonight, so still got plenty of time. As I said, it's not even 5 o'clock yet. So I think we're making good progress today. And we even did a good deed. And now another hill. Train. Honk. We have to admit defeat. This hill is too much. It's so friggin' steep. What was your other comment, Orla? Oh, National Walkway 72. 3 miles away from the Sycamore Gap, and I think all of it will be in first gear at this rate. Oh my god. How's this hill treating you, Orla?
Okay.
So not only have we decided to cycle freaking loads of miles today, we've also decided to go for a walk to spy the Sycamore Gap. Hmm? Yeah, it was definitely a climb. So many steps. Yeah, look how high up we are. So here we are, end of day 2. Campsite dinner.
It's probably miles away.
So we got some
Golden vegetable rice. Oh yeah.
and the reason we're literally in the middle of the field is because over there is our tent and we are getting annihilated by midges. Like nothing you've ever seen before. Close up on my legs, look at the bites. And yeah, we might move the tent because it was we're gonna get destroyed if we ever open that door. There's another field that we could go into behind me. So yeah, how would you say today's gone, Orla?
Yeah, pretty good. Not bad.
How about the hills?
Tough.
Yeah.
My legs are tired. Very tired. And then we decided to do a couple of miles walk.
Yeah, we walked up to the Sycamore Gap, which is obviously really a good idea. Day 3. Listen to that. Gross. So instead what we're going to do is eat breakfast in the tent, and I have about 9,000 cereal bars to get through. It's going to be delicious. So we've got about 52 miles, I think it is, according to Google, left. So we should be done in apparently 4.5 hours. I don't believe it, but we'll see. Day 3 in the Big Brother house. By which I mean bikepacking, day 3. We are now about an hour in. We've had a hideous climb past what was called Vindolanda.
Yeah.
It was very steep. Or I had to get off and walk again.
Oh my days, no. I'm on steam.
And
hills, not so much.
it's been this kind of like drizzly, crappy rain the whole time, so we're in our waterproofs. Oops, sorry, I'm covering the video with said waterproofs. There we go. Yeah, so we're in our waterproofs. Just taking it slow today. We've got, I think it was a total of about 52 miles, and all the climbing was in the first kind of hour or so. So I think, fingers crossed, that's most of it done. And on the map, there was like a massive looking descent where you lose pretty much all of the height we gained yesterday and this morning in one single descent. So I'm quite looking forward to that. That should be fun. Probably should have recorded that. There was some farmers on quads that we were going to bring a bull from one field to another, and they stopped to let us pass, and there's a big angry looking bull in the field. I would not want to go anywhere near that thing. Yeah, that was cool. So we've just seen a sign for Hexham, which is two-ish miles away. I think it was 2.5 maybe. So we're probably going to stop for some lunch in Hexham, rather than like firing up a little camp stove, making some even more rice bags. As delicious as they are indeed. We have no chorizo to make them even tastier. I think with the tuna it's just a little bit bland, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit dry.
Yeah, it needs some sort of like sauce or something.
Yeah.
Orla's just pointed out the fact that we're next to the river, and we're still like probably 40 miles to go. I didn't actually think we'd be on the river this soon.
Well, the trail might take us away from it.
Yeah, that's true, but still,
yeah.
we found the river already, which I'm surprised by. So that's a good indication that it's going to be quite flat from here on. Thank God for that. Unless there's any random mountains. So we've just crossed the train line, and I think there's a train about to pass us, so we must have just missed this. If I'm not mistaken, I think I heard, yeah, honk honk. I think that might have very well been the train we were on a couple of days ago. So we set off from lunch about half an hour ago. We stopped in Hexham. We actually had our first sit-in like restaurant meal after lockdown. We had some Mexican food, which was excellent. Had a beef burrito, and Orla had a chicken quesadilla. We shared some nachos and some good sugary Coca-Cola to fuel this bit of the ride. We have, what was it, 38 miles to do. It's now almost 1:45, so I expect we'll be finished like about maybe about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, something like that, depending how energetic we're feeling. Not very. Orla says not very. That was quite scary. It was just coming down a descent like this. I hit a bit of a bump, and one of the bottles in my triangle in the middle bumped out and caught between my pedal and my rear wheel. So I've not looked at it yet, but I think I've probably gone some of the way to wearing a hole through the bottle. Luckily enough, didn't get jammed or anything, so managed to survive. There, I think, is the damage caused by the wheel. Not too bad, but that could very well easily have been a ruptured water bottle. Day 3, 2:30, Captain's log. Well, Captain, what's happening?
El Capitan.
Yep, that's you.
Cycling along this road, heading to the next road. It stopped raining, which is good.
Yeah, it's actually got almost getting to the point where it's nearly, I would call something resembling sunny, almost.
Quite nice.
Yeah, it's really quite warm. It's quite like stuffy. It's definitely not cool at all anymore. And next major town, I guess, is Prudhoe, or however you say that, Prudhoe.
No, well, the next one we go through is
Oppingham, was it?
Oppingham, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a fairly minor little one. I think.
We don't go through Prudhoe, we bypass
Oh right,
it.
I see.
Oppingham's the next one that we actually go through.
We're starting to recognise all these place names because they were some of the first stops on the train, so it definitely feels like we're kind of coming towards the end now, which is quite nice. How would you say?
I wouldn't say
not
coming
end,
towards the end.
but
we
yeah.
We got the train in Newcastle, so...
Yeah, oh yeah, we're far from finished, but we're starting to recognise places going in towards Newcastle. Just coming across Ovingham Bridge over the River Tyne. Let's see if I can get a view to the right. And a view to the left. Not sure how good that's going to turn out, but there you go. Would you rather do what we've done this trip on your bike with panniers, or if you could magically shrink it and keep it, like in terms of like the luggage and everything, do it on this bike? Which bike would you rather have done it on?
This hasn't been too bad on this one.
You used to all the weight being on the back wheel.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but
Yeah,
I think I prefer to do it on this bike.
with this weight distribution.
Yeah,
That's just the best of both worlds. Yeah, in hindsight, road bike probably would have been a better shot, but
yeah, I think you would struggle, like you said, to get the
I couldn't fit the front bag on, and also my brakes on my road bike are awful. I would not trust them.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, just zigzagging. Do like a sweet half pipe trick.
Did you say half pipe?
Yeah. 4 o'clock, day 3. This is us coming into Newcastle now. Only like a couple of miles outside the city centre. On the River Tyne. It's actually been pretty dry all day, apart from this morning obviously, but it's been a pretty decent day after that.
After lunch, I think it was pretty dry, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much after we stopped for lunch, it was dry all day after that.
First 2 hours were wet.
We must not be very far away from the actual city centre now. We're probably about a mile away. Oh god, bugs. Bugs everywhere. I'd say it won't be very long at all before we start to recognise that last wee bit of route that we did on the way to the train station.
Yeah,
Well, it's just narrowly missed a head-on collision with some other cyclists. Very impressive.
nice stuff.
I think it was the middle bridge, wasn't it? That was the turn off we took to the train station. So if I'm not mistaken, there is a pub just ahead. The official end, I think, of Hadrians Cycleway. Who knows? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. It's an arch that says it. Anyway, so there we are. the final stretch. Unfortunately, there's no GoPro battery left for the actual coast bit. We've got some pictures though. And in the distance there, you can see the van. And they've stopped Orla.